Dr. Mark Liu is a fashion designer who is known as a pioneer in the London fashion world for his work in zero-waste fashion. He developed his own fashion label and collection from the ground up, which was awarded the Innovation Award by the Ethical Fashion Forum, and he wants to continue to revolutionize the industry.
I ran it on like absolute shoestring budget because I'd been a student, so I didn't have investors or backers. So a lot of the things which were zero waste or about being efficient was just like, what can I produce at the lowest cost with the most minimal labor? You know, what could I do if I want to cut every cost and be the most efficient?
He doesn't just have a passion for fashion though. Dr. Liu is also known for going against the norm. His PhD research uses modern mathematics to understand traditional fashion pattern making. The research developed the new field of non-Euclidean fashion pattern making.
No one had proposed an alternative, and that was the scary part. You're going to go to all the experts in the field and say, hey guys, you've been doing this for like 60 years, but you don't know quite what you're doing. In fact, you've been doing it wrong the whole time, and the reason why is because of this math develops.
When he first approached mathematician Dr. Mary Coupland about his ideas of geometry and fashion, she was a little taken aback. But since they have collaborated workshops to demonstrate to the public how science and mathematics can be used to evolve even the most creative of industries.
It was fantastic that that he'd bothered to come over to the mathematics department and was looking for someone to help him with some mathematical aspects of his PhD project. There is a lot of room for creativity in mathematics, both in making something, the geometry side of mathematics, but also in being creative in how you solve a problem. When I was a teacher in schools, we used to call this the enrichment side of maths. And I just don't see enough of it happening in classes now. We can do some mathematics with them in an interesting way. And so that's a great feature of Mark's workshops. But he's also used them to demonstrate to maths teachers that there's a lot more about the applications of mathematics than they might have thought about.
Currently, Dr. Liu is a part of the UTS Deep Green Biotech Hub, which is research in biotechnology using algae, and Dr. Liu is eager to change the fashion industry into a sustainable one.
The Deep Green Biotech Hub is basically rebuilding the system from scratch. So take fashion, which is a very tangible example. So all the things that go into cotton. Cotton is just a generally greedy crop. So what if we could grow, say, our pharmaceuticals, like really expensive drugs or high-value products, fuel in algae, and then we could just take the byproducts, the wastage, and turn that into the cellulose that becomes our clothes. So we're talking about complete, like, feeding people, creating fuel, and also creating those kind of luxury products such as clothing that we need. So this is what we're working on.
The Deep Green Biotech Hub, managed by Dr. Alex Thompson of the UTS Climate Change Cluster, is a project group focused on bringing together stakeholders from all industries into algae-based biotechnology research that has the potential to create a bioeconomy and completely revolutionize current industries.
So it's about developing businesses, products and services around basically algae. They also contain lots of really important compounds like oils and proteins, which we can use in a whole range of different products. We are being approached by all types of creative industries at the moment, from everything from, Mark, who's looking at algae-based fabrics, to people using algae as a dye in fabric, to people wanting to use it as paint, just replacing traditional paints. So it's really interesting to kind of see how far using algae can actually go in terms of a whole bunch of different industries that we didn't really think was possible.
Dr. Liu has high hopes for the impact of STEM on many industries, including creative ones, and hopes to be able to include more STEM education into artistic areas to continue to push forward toward a sustainable and eco-friendly society, from the cars we drive to the clothes we wear.
If you had a generation of children who were STEM literates, they would see the need for what we do. Like, how young people feel is powerful, and they can deny it for a long time, but at the same time, the people with the money are smart enough to know that this is going to happen. So it's an entire generation who's not really willing to put up with the problems that the previous one created to a certain extent. Their views are powerful.